We're used to seeing celebrities walk the red carpet, live in mansions, and enjoy lives most people can only dream of. But for some stars, fame turned to infamy, and their spotlight has shifted from Hollywood stages to prison cells. As of 2025, several once iconic names remain behind bars, serving sentences that remind us no amount of money, influence, or adoring fans can shield you from the law. These are the celebrities still rotting in jail right now. In 2025, the glittering world of Hollywood and fame continues to produce headlines, but hidden behind the glamour is a darker reality. The prison system still holds a number of high-profile figures who once stood as cultural icons. These celebrities, whose names were once synonymous with power, talent, or influence, are now confined to gray walls and barred windows. Their careers halted and their reputations shattered. Among them are actors, athletes, musicians, and television personalities whose lives spiraled out of control through crime, addiction, fraud, or violence, proving that notoriety does not guarantee immunity. The stories of these imprisoned stars begin long before their arrests, tracing back to a pattern of reckless choices, often fueled by wealth and a sense of untouchability. Their trials became media spectacles, with courtrooms transformed into theaters of public judgment, and their mugshots replacing glamorous portraits on the covers of magazines. Yet despite high-paid lawyers and relentless fan support, these figures could not escape conviction. Today, as the world moves forward into 2025, they remain behind bars, serving long sentences that cut them off from the spotlight they once dominated. The public fascination with their downfall persists, driven by curiosity about how fame collapses under the weight of crime. Some are serving time for financial scandals, schemes that defrauded investors and ruined lives, leaving them labeled not as stars, but as criminals. Others sit in cells for violent offenses, their once beloved public personas forever tainted by acts of aggression. In prisons across America and beyond, they exist as mere inmates, stripped of special privileges, living under the same harsh conditions as any other convict. The contrast between their glamorous pasts and their grim present is stark, almost cinematic. Red carpets replaced by concrete floors, luxury wardrobes swapped for standard-issue jumpsuits, private jets traded for prison transfers. Their names still trend online, but for the wrong reasons, reminders of caution rather than admiration. As fans revisit their old films, songs, or achievements, the shadow of their crimes hangs heavy, a permanent stain on legacies that might otherwise have been celebrated. And while some hold out hope for early release or redemption, others face decades before they can even dream of freedom. This is the reality of celebrities who are not living in mansions, but rotting in jail, their fame now a ghost that haunts rather than helps them. Behind bars, the lives of these celebrities in 2025 are a haunting reminder that the justice system does not bend for fame, and the reality of prison is far removed from the glamour of Hollywood. Their days are dictated by rigid schedules, early wake-up calls, strict meal times, and endless hours of confinement within concrete walls, far away from the flashing cameras and screaming fans that once defined their lives. Some have attempted to adjust, taking on prison jobs, working in kitchens, or joining rehabilitation programs, while others struggle under the weight of isolation and mental health challenges, finding it impossible to reconcile who they were with who they have become. Letters from fans occasionally reach them, but the tone has shifted. Messages are often filled with disappointment, anger, or sadness, serving as painful reminders of legacies tarnished by crime. In the age of social media, their names still surface in viral debates. But the narratives are no longer about admiration. They are about cautionary tales, discussions on how power corrupts, and heated arguments about justice. The entertainment industry has largely moved on, filling their vacant spaces with younger, untainted stars, while their old projects gather dust, remembered more for scandal than artistry. Their appeals continue to crawl through the court system, some grasping at legal loopholes or reduced sentences, but progress is slow, and hope is often fleeting. The psychological toll of years behind bars grows heavier with time, eroding confidence, resilience, and in some cases even sanity. For many of these imprisoned celebrities, the punishment is not just the prison walls, but also the knowledge that their names, once celebrated globally, will forever be attached to crimes that destroyed lives and careers. Some hold on to dreams of redemption, perhaps a comeback documentary or a tell-all memoir once released, but those dreams remain fragile and uncertain, dependent on public forgiveness that may never come. Others seem resigned, knowing their best years are gone, swallowed by poor choices and irrevocable mistakes. In truth, their imprisonment carries a broader message for society, that talent and fame, no matter how dazzling, cannot erase accountability, and that the higher someone climbs, the harder they fall when the law catches up. As 2025 moves forward, these celebrities remain behind steel bars, their futures hanging in uncertainty while the world outside continues without them. The spotlight has shifted, the applause has faded, and the stage they once dominated is now replaced with the silence of a prison cell. Their stories are not just about crime and punishment, but about wasted potential, shattered legacies, and the brutal reminder that celebrity status offers no escape when justice demands its due.